Hey y'all, it's Zoe and welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I'm going to do yet another Crash Course Fulbright Taiwan video, which I wasn't expecting to do because I was running out of ideas, but anytime there's new ideas or anytime people, comment saying they want something, I'll make the video happen. So today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about US phone plans and what to do with them when you go abroad. A little bit about Taiwan phone plans, but since I wasn't there most recently, I was there 2 years ago, I think a lot of the laws have kind of changed, but I'll do my best to provide you with what information I have. So the reason why I decided to make this video today was because the Discord server that was used when I went over to Taiwan is now starting to get slightly active again. There's been a couple of ETAs who are getting ready to go to Taiwan because it starts in a couple of days from now, and that are asking about phone plans. So I wanted to make this video to show you all what I did with my phone plan, give you some ideas, and talk to you a little bit about how Taiwan's phone plans are going to work. Alright, so for starters, what do you do with your US phone plan? So honestly, my tip for you is to check with your provider and talk to them to see what is best and what is most affordable for you. So I have Verizon, and I went either in the store or I called them and I told them I was about to be out of the country for a year. What should I do about my phone plan? And Verizon does, at least when I went, they did offer me an international plan, but it would have cost us a lot more each month. So what I ultimately decided to do was just keep my phone plan but turn it off. So we're under a family plan, and I knew that I would be using that phone number when I came back. So we didn't want to completely get rid of it. We didn't want to stop paying for it. So the phone plan was still being paid for. I just wasn't using that phone number. And the reason why is because once I was in another country, it recognized that I was in another country and it would have charged me per day of me being over there. So essentially it gave me a couple of free days where I could use data, voice, and text because we have an unlimited plan. So they gave me a couple of free days. So I used it the first couple of days that I was there, and then the last couple of days that I was there because I didn't have enough time to get a Taiwan phone plan before I left. So I just used my American phone plan, and it didn't charge me. It was still free. And when my mom and sister came to visit, they also had some free days on their phone plans, and they didn't have to pay. So that is pretty much what I did with my phone plan. Now my phone is the 14, and so it has an eSIM. Basically what that means is it's not a physical SIM card. When I went to Shanghai in 2018, I had a physical SIM card, and I will tell you, if you have a physical SIM card, do not lose it, because I lost mine somewhere in the streets of Shanghai, and my mom had to bring me a new one when she picked me up at the airport. So a lot of times when you go get a phone plan, they'll give you like an envelope or something. So keep your US SIM card somewhere safe, Ziploc bag, in your suitcase, something. Do not lose it. With an eSIM, what I liked was that I could switch easily back and forth between my US plan. So essentially what it is, you can scan a QR code, and then that puts the phone number and the phone plan onto your phone. Then you can just toggle a little switch on and off depending on which number you want to be active. And then if you have multiple numbers active at once, you can choose what messages and what phone calls are coming in from that number. So for example, some people have two phone numbers on their phone as eSIMs. One is like a business phone and one is more personal phone. When you send text messages and make phone calls, you can choose which number, your personal or your business, that message or phone call is coming through. So like if you're texting your boss, you can make sure that it's coming through your business phone. So that was the same thing with this. I could turn off my US number. It would still be on my phone. I didn't delete it, but it wasn't active. So I couldn't receive texts or phone calls to that phone number. You can also choose which phone plan has the data and which phone plan has the talk and text. So I just turned mine completely off because I didn't want to be charged. So my data and talk and text were only through my Taiwan plan. Now Taiwan people don't really use their actual phone numbers for talk and text. They use Line, which is a communication app. So I really didn't have to worry about that. It was mostly for the data, and also because you need a phone number when you open your bank account when you get to Taiwan. So that is pretty much why you need a phone plan. And so that's what I did with my American phone number. Now, a lot of people have questions about, what to do about two-factor authentication and things like that. So what I did was I have a business phone number through an app. It's called Google Voice. And so I changed a lot of my two-factor authentication to my Google Voice number because I could still receive messages abroad. I would also change it to an email rather than a phone number, or an app like Microsoft Authenticator, or I would put in a family member's phone numbers and then I would text them when I needed the code. So I know sometimes they only need a phone number, but so those are definitely some options for you. You can put in a family member's phone number. You can get a business phone number. The thing about Google Voice that I liked is that I didn't have to pay for a phone plan. It was just like linked to my Gmail account. So that's pretty much what I did for those things. Also, when I was traveling for winter break, I was also able to do the same thing with my eSIMs, which I don't know if I've made a video about this. I can. What exactly I used when I was traveling. So I was able to put an eSIM in for my traveling that let me get data in the different countries I was going to. So I didn't have to buy a SIM in every single country that I was going to. So that was nice because it was just on my phone. I could turn my because my Taiwan number didn't get any data abroad outside of Taiwan. So I could turn it off, turn on my travel SIM, then turn off my travel SIM when I got back to Taiwan, turn my Taiwan one back on. So that was really nice. For iMessages, if you have an iPhone, you can text that Taiwan number on your iMessages, but depending on which phone plan you get, you might have to have your number changed. So what I did was I just made sure that all of my iMessages could come through my iCloud email, or like the email that's associated with my iCloud account. So that way people could still message me on iMessage if they didn't have WhatsApp or Line or some other form of communication. So that's pretty much all I did for my US phone plan. Really simple, really easy. I was able to turn it on when I needed to and then turn it right back off. Yeah, love the eSIM. It'll be the same with a physical SIM. Sometimes your phones will let you do a physical SIM and an eSIM, in which case you should be able to still choose which one is on and which one is off. I have had people who have bought separate phones because their phone wouldn't let them have the Taiwan one for whatever reason. That is an option as well. You can just buy a really cheap phone. I promise you, you won't really be using it. Your Taiwan phone number is strictly so that the bank account can have a phone number attached to your account, but I hardly ever used my actual Taiwan phone number. So yeah. So now let's get on to the Taiwanese phone plans. So like I said, I got mine a couple years ago, so I'm not really sure what has changed, but I know that they have changed some of the laws to prevent fraud and make sure that foreigners only have like one phone number at a time. So from what I understand is when you get to Taiwan, you can get a temporary phone plan. You might have to use your passport for that. And then after you get your ARC, which is your resident card, which is basically just saying like, hey, I'm here, I'm working. This gives me, it's kind of like a green card in the US. That also says you need that in order to open your bank account, so you can use your ARC to then get a more permanent phone plan. Most of the times it seems like you can only get the max number, which is about 6 months, and the reason why is because your ARC expires at the end of July, and so if you get a 1-year phone plan, it goes past when your ARC expires and they won't let you do that. So you can get 6-month plan, and then you can either keep topping it up each month, or you can just buy a separate phone plan. So with topping it up, you're able to keep the same phone number. If you get a new phone plan, you're gonna have to change your phone number. But depending on what bank you have, I had the Chunghwa Bank, and so that was really easy for me to go into the app and I could change my phone number in the app. Same with my phone plan. It was like Chunghwa Telecom, which is the most popular phone service providers in Taiwan. So what I had to do, because when I was there, they did let us get 1-year phone plans. I'm not really sure how that changed. Maybe the ARC laws might have affected that. But I, at the time, only got 6 months because what I was hearing about the 1 year was that it slowed down near the end of the year. And I was like, I don't really want that. So I tried to get 2 6-month plans. But by the time I had to renew my 6-month plan, that was when that new law came into effect. So essentially, I had to do a 6-month, a 3-month, a 1 month, and then I think by that point I either did like a couple of weeks or I just switched back to my US plan because I had enough days that it wasn't going to charge me. So those are some options for phone plans when you get to Taiwan, whether you buy them at the airport or you wait until your coordinators help you. that's really up to you. I waited because I didn't really know what to do about phone plans. They seemed like they would be pretty helpful and knowledgeable. My coordinator at first didn't know about the eSIM, so you do have to specify like I need an eSIM. And also, I would keep all of the paperwork they give you because it has your phone number listed down, and just keep it in your records and hold on to it because it's going to be useful when you know, edit your phone plan or like top it up or change it or whatnot. So that is pretty much all of the information I have for you about phone plans, what I did with my phone plan, and things like that. I really hope this video was helpful for anyone watching it, anyone preparing to go to Taiwan. Have so much fun and good luck with your phone plans. I know it can be a little tricky, especially with all the new laws, which I'm sorry I can't give you more information because I wasn't there when those new laws were taken into effect, but I did get a lot of this information from people who were still in Taiwan or who just finished a year in Taiwan, so hopefully their information is accurate. Otherwise, I apologize for misleading you, but at least you know what to do about your US phone number and phone plan. So let me know if you have any other questions in the comments down below. I'm happy to make more Fulbright videos, things like that. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Have fun in Taiwan. Good luck with the phone plans, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!